UFC Houston went down last Saturday night, and boy, it feels good. Sean Strickland broad checks Anthony Hernandez, gets a nice little TKO win in the third. So let's be honest, the rest of the card was pretty mid, bar these three fights here I've got on the screen. Malcazar Costa, Sean Strickland, and Uros Medic absolutely saved the card. This was looking to be a very boring card. Nevertheless, I'm going to go through all of the fights, give my thoughts, opinions, who should be next for these guys. Yeah, let's get into it. Event Strickland versus Hernandez. As I'm sure we all know by now, Sean Strickland went out there, dominated Hernandez, got a nice little third round TKO. There's another video on my channel where I've given a full breakdown. I'm just going to give a brief description of the fight. Everyone was saying Hernandez was going to dominate him, shut him down on the ground. Strickland won't be able to defend the takedown. Strickland won't be able to do this. And Sean Strickland's proved everybody wrong. Let's talk shit about him. Absolutely dominant performance, defended all the takedowns, popped the jab, outstruck him clearly on the feet, and as usual, exploited the weakness of Fluffy. That body is weak. Every time he gets hit in the body, he doesn't like it. Sean Strickland threw a nice little knee up the middle, got him wobbled with it. Fluffy, yeah, Fluffy was hurt to the body, and Sean Strickland actually threw combinations and had finishing instincts in a fight. Yes, I said that right. Got a nice little TKO win and puts himself in a great position for a title fight at middleweight. Nice to see Strickland back in the win column. It's been a while, but he is back. He's looked the best he's looked since the first Adesanya fight. Co-main event, another guy that looked fucking incredible, Uros Medic. Destroyed Dan Ige. Jeff Neal, sorry. Went out there. Couple of worrying looking exchanges to start, but like I said, Uros Medic, if you watch the guy, he goes out there, smokes you in the round, he'll throw heavy, risky fight style. Obviously, that will not work against guys high in the division. I assume, maybe it will. Risky fight style, just goes out there swinging from the start. Great to watch. Yeah, absolutely colded Jeff Neal. Clean right hook, landed clean on the chin of Jeff Neal, and Jeff Neal was straight out of there. There's not much to talk about. The fight was over in about 10 seconds. Great win from Uros Medic. I like his call out. Leon Edwards in Belgrade. UFC have never been to Belgrade or Belgrade. Sorry, I'm not Serbian. That'd be a great fight. I think he could beat Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is looking slow as ever. Washed. His heart's not in the sport, and Uros Medic can capitalise on that and probably beat him, in my opinion. Yeah, two great fights, saving the card in the. Well, obviously Costa saved the card as well. I'm going to get onto him in a minute. But these two fights, especially, this card was looking to be boring before these three fights. So for Strickland, he needs to fight Chimaev for the belt. Or if Chimaev moves up, he needs to fight Imavov for the vacant belt. Medic, I love that call out. He needs to fight Leon Edwards at UFC Belgrade in the summer. Oh, I truly believe I beat Uros Medic, bro. In the featured fight of the card, we had Dan Ige versus Malcazar Costa. I mean, as you can see there, an incredible KO from Malcazar Costa. Caught him clean on the chin with a nice spinning back kick. I thought Danilo was going to win. No, I got to put my hands up. And Marcos Acosta, you proved me wrong, buddy. And yeah, fair play to the guy. Good call out of Diego Lopez. I don't think he's going to get that fight. He'll be probably 13th ranked in the division, maybe a bit higher. There's a couple of bums in that featherweight division towards the bottom of the rankings. Yeah, no one's ever knocked out Dan Ige, so we have to give respect to Marcos Acosta for that. He looked good on the feet. I like the way he mixes up his attacks. He throws kicks low, high. He doesn't. He's not one dimensional. He has like he'll keep you guessing, and that's going to beat a lot of opponents. Like very fast on the feet. No, I didn't think he was all that, but he's proved me wrong here. And looks like we've got a real decent contender here in the division. Next for Marcos Acosta, I think he should take on. Ooh. Next for Marcos Acosta, maybe a guy like Pitbull, someone like that. Just we've got to build these guys up. Let's not push him too quick. He's not gonna. If he goes out there against Diego Lopez, he's gonna get colded. Diego Lopez will beat him up. Danny, who knows, man? Give him Nate Landwehr. Nate Landwehr, Danny Ige, that'd be a good fight. Or maybe Morgan Sharia, someone like that. Just someone in the on the edges of the rankings for Dan Ige. Yeah, not a good look for Dan Ige, but fair play to Costa, look fucking great. Sergey fucking Spivak went out there and butchered up Ante Delija on the feet. Who saw this coming? If anyone had picked Sergey Spivak, they'd have said he would have took Ante Delija down and submitted him. Well, that's what I assume you would have said. Anthony Delija looked awful. Yes, he's a heavyweight who's fast and has KO power, but you can't set the shots up. Spivak, Sergey Spivak, outstruck you on the feet. Sergey Spivak popped. Fair play to Spivak. He was a great, beautiful jab he had. Kept Delija at bay. Smart game plan to take him down in the second and third to win the decision. And disappointing for Delija. You know, I was real high on this guy. Obviously trains with Tom Aspinall. That's not why, but a new prospect in the division, and he's passed the Tybura test. I thought he was kind of done badly against Waldo, but this is not a good look. You can't be getting outstruck by Sergey Spivak if you're going to be anything in this division, and I think he's got to take a step down, maybe give him Taliesin Teixeira or someone like that. I think you can call Taliesin Teixeira. Taliesin Teixeira doesn't know how to strike. Whereas Sergey Spivak, give him Riznan Kuniev. Two good guys they're not good, let's be honest, they're shit. Two alright guys in the heavyweight division. We want to get one of them away from the title, make them fight each other. That stinks of an Abu Dhabi main card fight, Kuniev versus Spivak. Now, this young man here, Jacoby Smith, looked fucking incredible. Took down Harrell, reversed Harrell, then nearly killed the guy. Harrell's already had a brain tumor. He may need to go and get a fucking other one removed after that. What was this referee thinking? As usual, retarded referees in the UFC. He's gonna get angry at here. You see in this picture, he gets angry at Jacoby Smith for keep throwing punches. Yes, maybe Smith should have laid off, but if you don't pull the fighter off, the fighter shouldn't necessarily stop. Poor refereeing, incredible performance from Smith. Looked good on the feet, takedowns look great, wrestling looks unreal. Harold took him down, reversed it, put him in the side control, crucifix, elbows, punches, as you can see there, put him unconscious. A good prospect, and I think you give him Kevin Holland, win or lose. I'm quite high on Jacoby Smith. He's a bit small for the division, but he's a bulky little guy, and I think he can take people down. He is literally DC if he was lean. If he trains with DC, fights like DC, I'm impressed. He looked good. And Harrell, yeah, I don't know. It's his debut. They might cut him. He's 11-1. Maybe a guy like, who knows, just some bottom of the barrel guy, middle welterweight, if you want to try and build him back up. If they keep Alex Morono around, maybe give him Morono. Who knows? Anyway, the opener of the main card, we had Zachary Reese versus Mikael Pereira. Benjamin Netanyahu, well done for gifting Pereira that. I thought Zachary Reese won. I picked Mikael Pereira, but I thought Zachary Reese took the last 2 rounds. Mikael Pereira was not all that in the division. People were pretty high on him before he fought Fluffy and got exposed for having no cardio. The cardio looked better in this fight, but I think if you put a higher wrestling game on Hernandez, on Pereira, he'll crumble. He can't grapple, and he's too wild on the feet. He'll get chinned or sobbed by anyone decent in this division. But he's coming off a win. I think you give him someone like Dustin Stoltz first. Don't give him a ranked opponent. Some mid guy, middleweight. Maybe you can KO him. Who knows? Maybe he loses. Zachary Reese. Maybe you give him a guy. Let's just say Zachary Reese looked good. This is probably the best Zachary Reese has looked. I know he lost, but disappointing to see him lose. I picked Pereira. Yeah, not too much really happened. I thought he won. Mikael Pereira, by the way, one more thing. What are you doing? Pretending you've been poked in the eye, kicked in the nuts. I know you're a Jew, but stop acting like a Jew, okay? That's all I've got to say. Carlos Leal versus Chidian Jaquani. Now this was a fucking weird fight. Chidian Jaquani, man's got a chin, I'll give him that. Carlos Leal, he still fights like an absolute retard, however, it works. You know, I don't know if he's got pillow hands or Chidian Jaquani's just got an iron chin, but the guy was throwing massive shots, 3 rounds straight. I don't know, he didn't get us out, to be fair. He had a decent gas tank, clearly won that 30-27. Chidian Jaquani, That's just what I don't get with MMA fighters. You may not be the best grappler. If you're getting outstruck, clearly, two are clearly getting outstruck. Why not shoot a takedown? He didn't shoot a single takedown on Carlos Leal. Carlos Leal's a good striker. Still fights like a tard. I think he gets chinned by anyone decent the way he fights. I want to see him fight or by. That will be an absolute banger. That does not end by decision. Someone's getting chinned there. Gideon Jaquani, just retire, bro. You're 37. You're only going to get colded in your next fight against the young prospect. Just take the legacy and go. Alden Correa versus Garul. Decent fight. Nothing too crazy. Correa just outclassed Garul on the feet. He trains with Josh Van. Was nice to see Van. Van was happy for him. Nothing too crazy here, really. Just went out there and beat him up and won the decision. It was pretty. Round two was looking a bit dangerous for him. We don't want to push this guy too quick. Maybe give him O'Day Osborne. That Correa versus Osborne. That'd be a good fight. And yeah, not great. Pretty mid fight. Just went out there and outstruck him for 3 rounds. No real fight ending capabilities there. Decent fight though. Did alright. Fair play to Correa. O'Day Osborne versus Idris. I picked O'Day Osborne. What was I on about? O'Day Osborne. Stop making TikToks, bro. Actually focus on your career. You're gonna get cut. O'Day Osborne has an ugly record. He's at 11-10. So yeah, he needs to win his next fight or he's gone. Idris though, impressive Idris. I wish I picked him now. I wasn't gonna say that. Just fucking put a relentless grappling style on him. Just look at the guy. You'd expect him to be good at wrestling. Very well. Give Idris a ranked opponent, I think. Maybe look to give him a Steve Erceg, someone like that. Steve Erceg don't deserve a big matchup. O'Day Osborne nearly beat Steve Erceg. He just will go out there, out wrestle Steve Erceg and beat him. Yeah, more on the fight. I mean, Idris just took down Osborne at will whenever he wanted. Osborne did alright to get back up to defeat, and then Idris outstruck Osborne. Clear win for Idris. That was a great performance from Idris. Not the most fun to watch, but he went out there and got the job done. Good performance. Leon Edwards' brother. I know she's not Leon Edwards' brother. Jocelyn Edwards. Sorry, Leon Edwards' sister versus Nora Canal. Fucking hell. Great finish from Jocelyn Edwards. Went out there, dominated her. Slammed her on her shoulder or elbow. I can't remember what one it was. Fucked her elbow up or shoulder, collarbone, one of the two. And then choked her out. It's a nasty finish. I like Jocelyn Edwards. She gets finishes in WMMA. This is rare. She's ready in the rankings. She's only lost to Ailin Perez. One second, let me pull up the rankings. I'm sorry, I don't know uh, rankings like that for women's bantamweight. This is awful from me. Alright, she's a bantamweight, yeah, sorry. Maybe give her. I mean, Carol Rosa's ranked above her. Cavalcanti's ranked above her. One of them sort of guys. Maya Bueno Silva. Jocelyn Edwards, Maya Bueno Silva. I want to see that fight. Put that on the prelims, please. We're not on the main card. Brahimaj versus Soriano. I've got a thing to say here. Whatever his fucking name is. You cannot grapple. You train with Bilal Muhammad, Movsar Evloev, Ignacio Bahamondes. You train with elite training partners. You cannot get a takedown to save your life. First round, he got him up against the cage, knee into the thigh. Marab in his prime, knee into the thigh. Try to do the Marab takedown, you know, where he gets you back to the cage, chuck you back. I'm not too sure on the name, I'm not a wrestling expert. And he just kept getting reversed by Soriano. And Soriano is a solid fighter. I did say this would be a close fight. I did pick Brahimaj. I thought he'd be able to out-grapple him. Soriano is he's just that 80 overall guy that's like he's just solid everywhere. He's not gonna KO you, he's not gonna sub you. If you're shit, he'll outdo you and win a decision. Decent win from Soriano. I think that's 4 in a row for him now. It's welterweight. Neil Magny, maybe a guy like that for Soriano next. Just on the edge of the rankings, someone like that. He's looking good though. It's a murderer's row in that division, as Joe Rogan would say. So I don't think he's going to go much further in his career. You can tell my lack of enthusiasm for these fights. They're just not entertaining or interesting to talk about. Not John Paul Lebonsniani versus Phil Rowe. Phil Rowe is shit, cutting from the sport. Doesn't know how to throw a punch. Like, you could have put anyone in there against Lebonsniani. Phil Rowe just stands there at range, looking menacing, just eating the punches of Lebonsniani. And Lebonsniani just threw at him, and I don't think Lebonsniani's that good either, but he's better than Phil Rowe, and he won a decent decision. I like the way Lebonsniani mixes up the kicks, just like Melchizedek Costa. However, he's a bit wild sometimes. I think he gets colded by decent welterweight prospects. Sad to say for him. I'm not going to talk about Jordan Levitt Deval because I live in England and I couldn't watch it, so I can't give a fair judgment. I did see he lost though. How are you going to lose to Jordan Levitt and be a top prospect? Jordan Levitt's not bad though, to be fair. Maybe we were underrating Jordan Levitt. To be honest, he's not bad, but he's not a killer in that division. And I think Carly Jadis went out there and beat Miller, which everyone knew would happen because Miller is not UFC level. Thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, post on TikTok, Twitter. Yeah, we will be back next week. Moreno Kavanagh live stream again. Let's go.